everyone. What is it? Tuesday? Wednesday? I've lost complete track of time. Now, Uber once again, class action lawsuit, 500 women. 500 women sue Uber over sexual assaults by drivers. Now, these are the drivers that give the good drivers a bad name, the sour apples. Could be non-consensual kissing, non-consensual, worst case scenario, non-consensual penetration, which is also called rape, right? And I'm sure the numbers are higher, and other women, you know, when you start a class action like that, other women feel encouraged to come forward, and men, and join the class action. 500 grows to 700, grows to 1,000, right? Now, the link to the article, I'll leave it on this report, on this specific report. A lady by the name of Jessica wrote it, and the sad part, got Orange County in the house. Scott, welcome. The sad part here is that all the emphasis, right? The entire art is passengers, and no denying it did happen, of course. There's terrible drivers out there that just don't know their boundaries, and they get into the game to take advantage of women and men, right? And they shouldn't be on the job. But when you actually look at the numbers, when you actually look at the real figures of sexual assaults, right? And that could be, again, like non-consensual touching, non-consensual kissing, right up to non-consensual penetration, rape, from passengers on drivers, specifically female drivers, drunk passengers. Again, let me reiterate, drunk passengers making these type of sexual assaults, sexual advances on drivers, predominantly female drivers, also male drivers. You could have a drunk gay couple hitting on a male driver, you know, that would fall into the category. The problem is that the majority, either the people are not going to report them, right? The drivers are just not reporting them. They may be scared of retaliation by Uber and Lyft. Like, oh, if I report this sexual assault, maybe I get kicked off the platform, maybe they will retaliate. But I have spoken to countless female drivers. I've received text messages and emails of what has happened to them. And the majority of the times, my friends, these are drunk passengers making these unwanted advances on drivers, right? So it comes to no surprise to me that that, you know, there is a lawsuit of 500 females filing a lawsuit against drivers. Mary's in the house, howdy. But I also wish they would cover all the stories, the numbers, the figures of female drivers, male drivers that have had sexual assaults. And many times the police just don't even open up a file and report that. And most of the times these female drivers report that Uber pretty much finds a way to dismiss their complaint about this, and it does not go down in the data, in the statistics, right? So when they report 3,200 incidents, for example, in that report, I can assure you the number is far higher. IQ Boy in the house, and he says, where's the lawsuit for men who get harassed? Thank you. And that lawsuit should come. That's real. I mean, you know, this is not just, again, don't feel like this is just about women, right? This lawsuit specifically will be rounding up women that join the class action and they file Uber. And it's a pretty, they're going to settle for a lot of money, right? You can't sweep 500 stories under the table. And IQ Boy, if the men were to do it the same, if male drivers were to create a case, or if female drivers, 1,000 or 2,000 drivers were to create a case, they would not be able to just simply sweep it under the carpet and dismiss it, right? There would be multi-million-dollar settlements. Now, in any class action lawsuit, attorneys, the law firms smile. I mean, they make big money, right? And that is why I'll give you some really good advice. If you have joined any class action lawsuit, right? I hear of drivers coming to me, hey, they offered me $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 as a settlement, and you think you're getting $40, $50, $60, $100,000, right? Just try to do quick settlements, because the attorneys make the numbers in the bulk, right? They make the numbers in the bulk, and here you are getting this dismal offer, $1,000, $1,500. Very simple. You fire back an email and say you haven't done your job, renegotiate with the company, I'm not accepting $1,500, right? They'll try and push you, and they'll try and use verbiage to get you to agree to a small settlement, because they make the big money in the numbers. Class action attorneys have thousands and thousands and thousands of drivers or passengers that they represent. They make the money in the numbers, right? So you can imagine you have 3,000 or 4,000 drivers, and offers are $1,500 to $2,000. Law firm quickly makes themselves a couple of $1 million and encourages you, hey, take the $1,500. Now you fire back an email and say, do your job, renegotiate. Don't come to me with this insulting figure. There's too many people out there that are just signing away on $500. Don't do it, right? Now, if you're getting $10,000, $15,000 and higher, I would take it. And the reason why, these companies are not that financially strong anymore. And every time another class action lawsuit appears, it really cuts into their earnings. So how much money do these companies have left? How much juice do they still have left in the tank to pay out victims, right? So if you're getting $10,000, $15,000 settlement, take it. If you're getting $7,000, $8,000, I would still say take it. But when they're offering you $500 to $1,000 or $1,500, renegotiate. Now, I wouldn't be surprised that, after this lawsuit, 500 women sue Uber over sexual assault. I wouldn't be surprised that the next lawsuit is on the horizon, just around the corner, and that is that there would be literally thousands of drivers, maybe female drivers would be the majority of the victims, that will file a joint class action lawsuit against Uber for, sexual harassment. And again, the number one cause for sexual harassment would be drunk or intoxicated male passengers that do not know their boundaries. It simply don't. Michael's in the house. Welcome you all. Right, he says he doesn't even want to take care of his own kids. How would he take care of the drivers? And he's talking about Dara Koshashawi. 100% correct. That's 100% correct. Free spirits in the house. If I lose the signal, Verizon is not great in this little stretch here. I'm on my way to LAX. Let's see, how's the picture here? A lot of sun glaring in. Let me just see if I can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, I'm on my way to LAX. We're picking up basketball player, big time, Hall of Famer. And the kids. And I get a text message, hey, get us in and out, right? And I get this whole in and out order. So before I drive into LAX, I will do a stop at In and Out. If you are at In and Out, allow me to buy you a burger or a milkshake if you are down there. I should be down there in 45 minutes time. You will see me in and Out. I'll be placing a large order for a basketball player and his children. They always text me before they arrive, and I always get them the food warm, or not hot, because it takes a couple of minutes before they come out with their luggage. But I usually have it nice and wrapped up. Fries are still warm, burgers are warm, milkshakes are nice and cold, and they're happy. Happy clients, happy passengers, good payment, good tips, period. By the way, if you want to learn all of that, it's at Gig Rocket. Check out my private chauffeur course. Be getting really good reviews on the private chauffeur course. 300 minutes teaching you how to become a true independent contractor, private driver, driver for hire, private chauffeur, limo driver. Let's see who we have here. Aman's in the house. Oh, they're deactivated. If you have been deactivated, hit me up through Gig Rocket, gigrocket.com. Hit me up, right? Let us help you. Let us get the letters out. So again, it's just another day, another lawsuit. There will be big lawsuits filed very shortly because of the leaked documents. Believe me when I say that thousands and thousands of European drivers that were more or less forced into these violent situations on the street in Paris, in Madrid, where taxis were fighting rideshare drivers. There'll be big lawsuits. After this leak 124,000 documents, there's going to be massive lawsuits, because it basically shows that Uber, the company, was promoting the violence. A couple of people died, right? Fairly much what happened, very similar to what happened on January the 6th, right? And that didn't go down well, right? People were put in a situation and people died. I think 5 or 6 people died on that day. Got 58 people in the house. Welcome you all. Smash the like button. Looks like this. I don't know if Dara is going to go to this Slammer Mike Dayton. I would hope so. I would hope that his name comes up, but this whistleblower, McGann, he had documents, important documents that he leaked from 2000 to 2017. Dara Khosrowshahi was not on the horizon, wasn't even in the mix, wasn't even in Uber at 2017. I believe Dara came in about 2018 or 2019. But, I am sure that Dara Khosrowshahi is not the little angel, is not the little lamb. Meh, I have nothing to do with this. Meh. I am sweet and innocent. Meh. Bullshit. Bullshit alert. Bullshit alert. Now, he ain't no saint, my friends. He ain't no saint. Right? I mean, several of the executives that were involved with Travis Kalanick still work under Dara Khosrowshahi. You tell me a leopard changes his spots. You tell me that these perpetrators and these people that thought up these evil things against drivers under Dara Khosrowshahi are suddenly all turning into little sweet little lambs, well behaved. No, this is what they thrive on. This is what fuels their ego. This is how the company is run. This is just Dara's trash. Pancho's in the house, legend Pancho. Give him a shout out. Patetico, si senor. Uber è patetico. I'm telling you, Pancho is a warrior, like a fighter. He fights for drivers. I know that. Tried and tested. Kimberly is in the house. What does Kimberly say? Kimberly, are we related, Torsten? Kimberly, I don't know. Are we related? Maybe we are. How are we related? Tell me. Are you the sister from another mother? How are we related? Tell me. Could be. I'm not saying it's impossible. Finally, at least southbound, the traffic's dying down a little bit. Here, let me give you a little appetizer of the traffic. Not too bad. It's flowing. On the other side, it looks awful. See the other side? That's northbound. That's a dangerous. No one's perfect, so do share. If you go to an interview, they're going to say, well, what are your strengths, right? The typical question in an interview, what are your strengths? But they will also ask you, mark my words, they will also ask you in an interview, what are your weaknesses, right? What are your weaknesses? Well, I certainly know Uber and Lyft's weaknesses. They don't know how to treat people, right? I could make a list of weaknesses of these CEOs, and that those weaknesses would far outnumber the strengths. I don't see many strengths. Gig work is getting crazy, says Free Spirit. Indeed it is. I don't see as many strengths. I see more weaknesses from these CEOs. Oh, I got a little Bronco next to me here, trying to race me. You see? What do you guys think of those Broncos on the left? I like the color. I like the color gray. It's like a slate gray. See that Bronco on the left there? What do you guys think of that? Do you think that would be a good Uber vehicle? I think it's too much gas, right? Too expensive. There it goes. This is a nice stretch. Going down here towards Sunset Boulevard. On the right, we have the Getty Center. This is the 405. John says, any update for me? Hey, depending what date you signed up, a letter gets drafted. That takes 2 or 3 days. Then the letter goes in the mail. The company receives the letter 3 or 4 days later. It's in the mail. So a week later, the company has the letter at the legal department. And then they take their time. They'll take like 21 days. So from the moment you join, typically it takes about almost a month for the company to reply. If they don't reply, I'm just telling people how the deactivation, reactivation process works. If they don't reply, most of the times it means the drivers had multiple warnings, multiple violations. The company won't even act, won't even budge, won't even talk to you. They'll just keep you deactivated, and that's when you have to file a small claim. So how to work this out? Calculate from when you joined. Calculate about 30 days thereafter. If they haven't replied within that 30-day frame, then it's time to file small claims. Calculate your damages. How do you calculate your damages? Very easy. Average earnings per week multiplied by weeks you've been kicked off the platform, wrongfully kicked off the platform. That could be a dollar amount, $6,000, $8,000, $2,000. You then file that in small claims against them. And what usually happens, ladies and gentlemen, in the entire process, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because this happens over and over again, and we've done this 100 times over, is that the company does not like to pay. They certainly do not like to pay you any settlement fee. So what they typically say is, hey, if people in the legal department will say, hey, if you are willing to drop the charges, namely the damages, the dollar amount against us, we will reinstate you. And that's the best way to leverage your account back, especially if you've had multiple warnings, especially if you've had multiple violations, right? If it's a once-off stupid little thing, the company usually gets back to you and you get back fairly quickly on the platform. But the sad thing is that drivers that have been deactivated, it's usually multiple warnings, 1, 2, 3, 4 warnings, boom, 5th time they cut you off, and then there's no more warnings after that, and then you have to fight back. So I'm just giving you a little bit of an idea how it works. Nice, the sun's going down. Ooh, nice little Corvette there, a red little Corvette on the right. Traffic is flowing. You sign up June the 16th. So, okay, let's work that out, John. So if you signed up on June the 16th, a letter would have been drafted by the 19th, about 72 hours. Then it would be about 4 days in the mail, typically. So that would be about June the 23rd, and then about 21 days. So 7, 14, yeah, fairly much in about 2 to 3 days time. I would say at the end of the week, Gig Rocket would be sending you the small claims forms to file, right? Because your 30 days are almost up. You have about 3 or 4 more days and your 30 days are up. We are at Wiltshire and 405. Hopefully that answers your question, John. Beautiful lighting, sun's going down. We're on the west side of LA. We're coming into West Los Angeles, Westwood, Santa Monica area. There's a nice Lincoln on the left. Great car for limo drivers. I just want to show you this car over here. You're welcome, John. This car over here on my left, catching up to it. Great car for limousine drivers. One on the left here, Lincoln. A lot of space, you can pack a lot. Reconnecting, Verizon's dropping me. I suddenly hit the brakes there. I was on 80 miles an hour, and then I saw the cop with the radar. You know, those cops with the radar gun pointing at you like, oh shit, taking my mileage shows up. They're probably like 80 miles an hour on the screen. I'm like, hit the brake, dude. I hit the brake. Oh, here we go. Now the traffic starts. Now the real slowdown starts. I hope there's some people at In-N-Out. Would love to buy you a milkshake or a burger if you're there at LAX. I'm gonna be there, gosh, I don't know, probably in about 20 minutes time I should be at In-N-Out. Now we have hit, see the red lights going on. Here's that little Corvette, that red one, just passing it. So yeah, traffic slowdown. This is typical for this time of the day in LA. Traffic sucks in LA. I mean, you lose a lot of money because of this, right? This here costs you money because time is money. And if you could go back and forth, just collect, drop off, pay, collect, drop off, pay. No. It's the traffic. It's the traffic in LA that costs you a lot of money. If this traffic was not here, you would get in so many more. I would get in so many more trips per day if this traffic was not here, right? Make so much more money. Kimberly says, I'm in Kansas City. Next time I'm in LA, I will look you up. Please do. LA is here, man. We'll show you LA. There's a police officer. Sorry, officer. Look at him. He's looking at for who's texting. Look at him. Look at his neck, looking to the left. He goes, sneaks up next to the cars. Here he is. Good afternoon, officer. Please don't arrest me, please. You can't arrest me with a live feed. I'm not texting. Just got a camera going. There he is up front. Oh, they sneaky bastards. He's gonna find his prey. This is just waiting for one car to drive over that yellow line. And then he's got him. They go up and down, and I'm stopped. 2 miles an hour, 0 miles an hour. There it says LAX Airport, Long Beach, up above. That's where I'm going to. Kimberly, when you're in LA, hit me up. And I always meet with drivers. If you are in LA, let's show you LA. Who me? Isn't the way he is riding between cars illegal? You know, I would think it's illegal, no, but the motorbikes, the motorcyclists, my friend, they fly down this yellow lane. You see this yellow lane? They fly. I'll show you. I can't see a motorbike in the background. Gotta love it, says Pancho. I can't see a motorbike yet. I think there's one coming at the back there. I'll tell you when he comes. But you'll see how they fly through here. Some race through. I've seen the most. Kimberly says I most definitely will. You're more than welcome, Kimberly. We'll gladly show you around. And I treat people, you know. I treat people to a meal, to coffee, ask Pancho, right? That's how we roll. We take care of each other. Lane splitting is illegal in California, says Jimmy. Thank you. Jimmy knows it. But man, I've seen horrific. Yes, sir, my friend. I have seen horrific accidents. There he goes. See him? Wow! Look how fast he's going through the middle. Did you guys even see that guy sneak up and fly down through the middle? Came up so fast. Now, if cars are changing lanes. Oh, cars are going great, Pancho. Cars, thank you for asking. The green Beast 1956. Fully done, fully restored. I should get top dollars for it if I sell it. And then my currently working on the Pontiac Firebird. I mean, I'm doing everything to that Firebird. It's gonna be a street racer. Kids are so excited. Finally, and I bet it's more than 500 women. It's definitely, Eric the Soul, definitely more than 500 women, right? That's just, Eric, that is just the lawsuit of the 500 women passengers on drivers. These are the bad drivers, the drivers that get into this job and for that reason, so that they can feed off their victims. And usually it's in some form of sexual assault, non-consensual kissing, non-consensual touching, non-consensual penetration, also rape. And then they get taken to court. You know, those guys would never ever get reactivated. Once they are deactivated, and there is a lawsuit filed against Uber for that reason, there is no chance that driver is going to get reactivated. But the amount of victims, and I'm talking female drivers that have been hit on, touched, kissed. Here's another guy. Watch this guy. Flying through the middle here. Here they come. Whoom, room. Di Guerrero in the house, throwing the punches, the uppercuts, the hooks, the jabs. That's it. We fight. But the amount of female drivers and male drivers that could potentially file a lawsuit against Uber and Lyft and other companies for sexual harassment, I would tell you straight up right now, it would be thousands and thousands and thousands of women. If they want to come forward, they would get settlements. And if you are a woman, if you are a man that has been sexually harassed on whatever level in a car, and the police do not want to take your report, or Uber does not want to take your report, always go above them. And going above them means turn to the media, right? Maybe get an interview. Don't be shy of the camera. Don't be shy to turn to newspaper editors. Don't be shy to push out your own press release, right? Through a company like Cision, C-I-S-I-O-N. Pay the money, push your story out, and then it will get traction. And if a police officer refuses to take your report, go above him, right? There's a hierarchy at every police station. Go above them. Just because some cop doesn't want to take your report and says, that doesn't qualify for sexual assault. No, it does, right? You go above them because those numbers need to go into the statistics. You cannot tell me that in 1 year with 19 million trips a day, Uber worldwide, 19 million a day, that over a year there's only 3,200 incidents that you are reporting. Most of them are swept under the carpet. And the reason why I say that with confidence is because, man, did I speak to a lot of female drivers that have told me, oh, geez, like the guy just came flying through here. Wow. That told me that their story was never, ever reported. Their story was never, ever taken up by Uber or by the police. If a cop doesn't want to take a report, he learned that from his trainer, who's now likely his watch commander. Interesting. Silverman Fox says, how can I join your group? Well, subscribe to the channel, my friend. That would be great. And we're also on Facebook. Robert says, Robert's in the house. Robert's in the house. Humi says, saw that one. Wrong move by and they will end up under it. Yeah, one wrong move. Yeah, those bikes. Pancho, I always get more cars. Cars are like my toys. Boys and the toys. I have lost count how many cars I've had. It's my hobby. In the house, questions. Let's see. Do you have any questions? Chase the surge or no? Why? It's a good question. Chase. Megalion says chase the surge. Well, if the surge has to make sense, right? I mean, if it's a pathetic surge, obviously, well, there's absolutely no way you're gonna chase it, right? If the dollar figures don't make sense, you ain't chasing a surge. And then if you have chased surges, right? Have you made them? Have you actually achieved them, right? Was it worthwhile? You got to do your math, right? You got to do your numbers. Some people don't, right? Remember with all these different heated up areas, bright red, pink. Oh my God, there's money to be made. You arrive there, almost like fades away. It's almost like the algorithm knows, oh, they're coming. Let's tone it down, the color, numbers start dropping, right? They just want to draw you to a high volume area where trips are needed, right? Algorithm tracks every little mile you are driving. They can see exactly where you are. They can change the coloration. They can change the numbers on you like that. You just have to look historically. Hey, have I made money when I was chasing surges? Did I actually make money? Are the offers right now, there's hardly any offers out there. People are reporting that they haven't even seen a surge or any offers for weeks and weeks and weeks, right? Nothing. So, what's going on? Are they like just not offering you things? I've run out of the coffee and I really, really need my coffee. Man, it's already 6:49. I still have to get into In-N-Out. These guys are going to be stepping off the plane in 20 minutes. And then, then the destination filter. A lot of people are reporting that destination filter, maybe one a day, right? Many drivers that are texting me reporting that it's dropped down like from 2 to 1. Like, why are they getting rid of destination filters? What's up with that? Right? All the little shenanigans that these companies do to make their margins at your cost, at your detriment. Man, nothing's moving here, and I really need to get there. It's good if you got 3 destination filters. I've had so many text messages like, why am I only getting 1 destination filter anymore? They need to get rid of BS trip radar. Thank you very much. Amen. Appreciate it. Kimberly, you're bringing some really good things to the table here. Great suggestions. Thank you. Appreciate you. Solomon says, yes, why I called and they told me to be patient. Pathetic bait and switch, says Pancho. Yeah, that's how the companies run. We'll bait you, we'll switch you. We'll bait you, we'll switch you. It's like a trap. I like that. Free Spirit says, by the time you get there, it's disappeared. I've seen that too often. It's like a trap. It's like they're luring you into a trap, right? Oh, we've got you now. You're in our trap. You're in our spider web. It's very busy over here, but we're not going to offer you money anymore. It just sort of fades away. It disappears. I mean, the algorithm must be, the programming behind that must be some of the most evil programming in the world, right? Vito's in the house. I believe lane splitting in California is illegal. It's a trap. Indeed, yeah, it's a trap. 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 55 people in the house, 33 likes. Smash that like button. Timothy Graffius in the house. He says sometimes they make a surge in a spot just to get you in that area. That's it. That's because there's high ghost surge. They play us every time, says Pancho. We don't like to be played, Mr. Darakosh Roshawi. We don't like to be played. Teenage Wasteland in the house. It's hard to make good money, no bonuses. Dara sucks. Dara sucks indeed, man. Destination filter is useless on long trips. I mean, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. You're the best. Joe in the house. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Puncher says, can I sue the companies? Well, I mean, there's a lot of valid reasons to sue the companies, right? I mean, a big lawsuit in California, you're in California, Pancho, is the one right now where they are suing Uber, antitrust laws. Basically, the legal argument that is being made is that you're not treating us as an independent contractor. If they were to treat you as a true independent contractor, you'd be making more money, right? You'd have a multiplier, for example. You could set your own rates. So how much am I actually losing money-wise because you are not treating me as a true independent contractor? Now, if you're treating me as an employee, it's pretty slam dunk. You have to pay them the rights, the vacation time, the overtime, per hour. But they are not classifying you as an employee. Maybe in a handful of countries, you are an independent contractor. Are they treating you like an independent contractor? That was a really good question that Sergio asked in that town hall meeting yesterday. There were 6 or 7 drivers in that town hall. I just wish they were a little bit more. Those drivers in that interview were rather afraid. They were afraid to speak. They were afraid of retaliation. You could see that. I could truly sense they wanted to say more, but because they're on a live feed, Uber is going to see this video. Would Uber or Lyft potentially retaliate against them if they spoke ill about the companies? Maybe. They were very, very careful in that town hall. Very careful, too careful, right? There was a guy called George Economides. I like him. He sends me a lot of art, but he was careful. There was too much company feet kissing, as I call it, right? There was another guy called, I think, Emmanuel, a driver from Chicago. I think he was one of the most honest in that group. He was not afraid to answer the questions. Sergio was asking really, really good questions. And the one, probably the best question of the entire 90 minutes, do you believe you are an independent contractor? Most of the people said no, they thought they were a hybrid. Now, if you believe you are a hybrid, right, you're not a true 100% independent contractor, but you are a hybrid. You have a little bit of both, right? The company brands you as an independent contractor. Are you losing money? Yes, you are. Because as a true independent contractor, you should be able to choose your destination, cancel when you wish without the fear of retaliation. You should be able to set your own rates. You could do that for 1 year in California. It's called the multiplier, 1x, 2x, 3x, 4. There were people driving on 5x on a Saturday night. They were making money because it's called supply and demand, right? The supply is there, the demand is there. The drivers were asking 3x, 4x, 5x. They were making money. That was taken away. Their true independent contractorship was taken away from them. So yes, could you sue them? Yes, because you're losing money. They brand you as an independent contractor. You're not an independent contractor. I mean, that type of lawsuit was just filed. I was waiting for that for a long time. I'm always of the opinion, I've always said in this channel, you are 20% IC. Dara calls them IC plus. No, you're not an IC plus, right? You're definitely not an IC plus. You're about 20% independent contractor. The only really freedom you have on this platform is to pick and choose when you want to drive, day or night. You could. That is your freedom. That is the only thing in this equation that makes you an independent contractor, right? But you don't have the ability to make decisions. You don't have the ability to set your rates. So stop the BS on branding us as an IC. We are not ICs. And based on that, I think you could. I stopped working after 3 hours a day. Cool. Abstract Acre says, Pancho, it would be a way too difficult to sue Dara directly. Yeah, it's too difficult to sue Dara directly. Mr. NASA says, oh wait, minus tolls and gas. David says, yep, that's right. You can choose your hours. David Sinks in the house. David Sinks in the house. Welcome, David. Back on the platform. Kimberly says, I am working double time to make some profit. Right, so you're basically pushing double the amount of hours, right? It has gotten extremely difficult, though, over 300 miles daily. You see, and then Kimberly, 300 miles to make the same money that you were making when you were driving about 150 miles per day 3 years ago. I'm sure that sounds pretty accurate, right? So you're putting double the amount of hours in the car. That affects your health, right? So the one thing you have to really monitor the most here, yes, am I putting in more hours? The answer is yes. Am I driving more hours to make up that deficit? The answer is yes. Is this affecting my health? Yes or no, right? If it is affecting your health, you really need to reassess things. I have seen some drivers, I kid you not, before the pandemic, seen them visually, and seen them after the pandemic, and they don't look healthy, right? Just grinding and putting on miles and miles and miles to get the same numbers that they are used to. If you are used to $1,000 a week, right, and you're suddenly making $700 a week on average, you're like, no, I got to make 1,000. I got to make 1,000. I used to make 1,000. I got to make 1,000. I used to make 1,000. I got to make 1,000, right? So you chase that 1,000. You put more hours in. You put more miles in because you are accustomed, right? Historically, you made 1,000 a week. Now you're making 700. Oh my God, how do I get to that 1,000? I got to drive more. I got to put more hours in, right? It's like a mental FUCK, right? It's like a psychological FUCK, because you know what you were making 3-4 years ago, oh, I need to hustle. I still have to get to in and out. I still have to get it in and out. And these guys are going to land shortly. Ooh, trouble, trouble, trouble. Man, the traffic is bad. Bloody awful. Big difference in $2,000 doing 40 hours and then maybe 1,100 in 40 hours. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. And where do you think that other $1,000, right? It's going to the company, right? That's what they're taking. Safe Moon's in the house. A lot of folks also don't eat properly. Thank you. Yeah, eating properly, drinking properly. Thank you for bringing that up. These are very, very, very important. Love you back, Mr. Nasa. Appreciate you. Very important factors, eating properly. Like you can't go from McDonald's to Burger King to Jack in the Box to In-N-Out all day long. A disaster, a recipe for disaster. You have to eat salads. You have to have your proteins. You have to drink water. You can't sit there in the car and drink Coca-Colas all day. Yeah, they're taking 60%, right? Probably a year, 2 years ago, they were taking 40%. 6-7 years ago, they were taking 25 to 30%. In the very beginning, they were taking 25%. They're taking like 60% now. 60 to 70% is what some people are reporting. Getting a little antsy here on the time. It's 7 o'clock. These guys, my basketball player client and his kids probably landed. And guess what I still have to do? I still have to get an In-N-Out order in. And based on this traffic, based on this time of the day, In-N-Out at the airport is going to be busy. Only thing I can do is if they text me 60% in my city. What city is that, Free Spirit? Only thing I can do is I can going to sign on Uber 250 boost. Thank you. One love. Kimberly, be safe out there. Great to have you. Hope to see you in LA. Please be safe. David says 60% New Orleans. Yeah, I always used to say New Orleans. People say, what is that? It's New Orleans. I say New Orleans. No, that's not how you say it. That's not how you say it. It's New Orleans. Beautiful city. I love you. I've been there several times. Great place. You're welcome, bro. Appreciate you. Who Me says, have a safe trip. Thank you. Thank you. Kimberly says, see you all soon. Peace. Be safe out there, please, Kimberly. Take care of your health, and we will see you soon again. Come on, traffic. Let's move. Let's rock and roll. Nolines. Let's roll. Why is this traffic so slow? What is the percentage change from trip to trip? Good question. All percentages governed by the algorithms. I'm sure they can calculate how to make the max percentage based on the volume of drivers in an area, based on the amount of requests. I mean, this is a science. The algorithm is a science. They have this down to a science. It's not in our favor. It's in the rides is on the way. I don't know about rides, my friend. I'm not sure about rides. A lot of people have mentioned that. It really hasn't gathered any traction. I hope it does. I hope that any company gets off the ground and succeeds. I really do. I mean, I welcome competition. Welcome. Problem is that these companies have no funding. No investor wants to get involved in rideshare anymore. No, there's no money to be made. There's just no. Right in the beginning, there were billions and billions of dollars going around, right? They were subsidizing the trips. There's no money. The investors like, nah, rideshare's not making money. Why should we? So the big challenge for startups, for startup companies like Rides, is how do they attract the drivers? How do how do they get the riders? Now, the riders you can only get through smart, right? Costs money. That costs a lot of money. So you would have to have some really, really smart marketing people, social media marketing people to get a company off the ground with little money because the investors are just not there anymore. And listen, I've consulted for a lot of startups. Like if they didn't have the money to get the licensing, etc., etc., they built a website, they have the app. You can have a fancy schwancy name, app, and website. If you don't have the money to get the drivers and riders, you are going nowhere. Nowhere. That's where a lot of startups fail. And just the investor money, venture capital money, angel investors are just not there. They don't see the money in rideshare anymore. They're not going to throw good money at a bad opportunity. I am hustling now. I have to hit the accelerator. And then I still have to find parking at In-N-Out. This is going to be interesting, my friends. Interesting. I think what I'll do is I'll take you briefly into In-N-Out. Obviously, I'm not going to talk much at In-N-Out. Ooh, what's this guy doing? Because that'll be a little bit odd if people see me coming into In-N-Out and I'm, making this live feed, and maybe they don't want to be on the camera, right? Shane says Uber drivers need to convert Uber riders to private clients. Amen. That's what I am all about. You speak my language, my friend. Go to gigrocket.com. I show you how to do that. I show you how to transition from rideshare and become you can make $500 to $2,500 a day. There is no day I make less than 500. Not a single day. Not a single day I make less than 500. And a really, really, really good day can easily make me $2,500. Facts. Scott Tucker's in the house. Hello, everyone, he says. Hello. Adele, hello. Lionel Richie, hello. Is there anybody out there? Mike Ozra, did they find Flight 370 Indonesia? I'm not sure. All right, I am gonna, I am hustling to the airport, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta hit the accelerator a little bit here. Gotta be careful though. Down here they give you speeding tickets as you enter the 30-mile zone. You have to slow down. Cool down a lot. It's like 67. What's this guy doing? Round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. In and out, in and out. That's what we're all about. I gotta just get this order in, man. I gotta get this order in. I gotta buy myself some time here. Really, really pushing it. Hopefully this all works out. Who is my mystery client today? Basketball player. Big time, Hall of Famer. Big time, Boston Celtics. I've given away too much. Could be one of two people. I drive them both. Both Hall of Famers, both ex-Boston Celtics players. I drive them both. All right, where is In and Out? I'm already taking my seatbelt off. I gotta just find some little park. Try to get through this light. Gotta get through this light. Shit. Ah! Damn! Damn. Now I lose another few minutes right here. This sucks. Ooh, and traffic's bad. Traffic into LAX is bad. Traffic's bad. Long line. I might have to do my little secret alley around the outside, But red traffic lights don't help right now. I'm losing another 2 minutes. Oh, mamma mia. Now the challenge here. Now the challenge is, where do you find a spot? I think I'm going to take it right here. It's a little illegal because it's next to a fire hydrant, but I got to rock and roll. Time is not on my side, my friends. So what do? Switch the car off. Get the phone. I'm going to keep going. There might be someone at I better hope I don't get a ticket there, because I am parked illegal, but time ain't on my side. And we are going to In-N-Out. Oh, it smells already, In-N-Out. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Danger seekers. In-N-Out. That's what I hope there's one or two drivers here I can put in an order. There's all the addicts, all the In-N-Out addicts. Oh, it's called El Frio. Not too bad. It's not too bad. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Woo! It's not too bad. The line is not too bad, at least. The line is not too bad. I will lose signal for 2 minutes because I just have to look up the order that they texted me.
Give it to him, see how happy. They're hot. I know. No.
Got it.
Are they hot?
Yeah, they're hot. Try that. Don't tell him. Woo. Fireball. He just had a chili. I like those things as well. They're good. They thin your blood. That's the good thing, you know? Huh? They thin your blood. Yeah, oh yeah, very good. Like, good against heart attack and stuff like that. Just it thins big time.
Thank you for the medical.
Yeah. I am going to place this order quickly, ladies and gentlemen. To go.
I have 2 cheeseburgers, no lettuce, no tomato with ketchup, 1 animal fries, 2 chocolate shakes, and 1 strawberry shake.
That's it. I can't pay for double speed. It's a basketball play. I got to get in there. You ask them to accelerate.
Your total is $21.85.
Thank you.
Out of 40.
Can I get a cheeseburger with fries, please? What do you like, onion? No onions. Which one's for your bun? Can I get my bun also? I can toast it. And a chocolate smoothie. Yeah. Chocolate shake? Yeah. Sorry. Here you go. Will you be eating this here? Yeah. Your total will be $27?
Alright,
Thank you so much.
$18.15.
Very kind. I appreciate it.
You'll be guest number 86.
88. 88.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. That's not my age. Cheers. All right, people are really, really cool. Super, super nice. We are order number 88. We're at the airport. The airport's right over there. And I have to hustle. I was hoping that some drivers would be down here and I would have been able to buy them. That guy's taking off. There we go, on vacation. There's Korean Airlines just rolling in. Long line, non-stop, in and out. And then we're gonna catch, here we go now. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes Dara in his jet. Fire it down. There goes Dara. Dara Koshashawi and all his security in that plane. Ha 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 ha. Number 88. Got to get the food. All right, my friends, I got to hustle. I got to get into that airport, just waiting on the food. Next plane should be rolling in about 2 minutes. They come like in 2-minute intervals. At this time, it's definitely about 2-minute intervals. Oh, there's the big beast is taking off. Korean Airlines off to Seoul, Korea. There they go. There goes Korean Airlines. And let me see, the next plane should be in the sky any second now. Any second. Same flight path. Where is it? Used to stop there all the time.
76 and 77, please.
76 and 77. I've still got 10 numbers to go. No, this place, I can't even tell you how many times I stop here, and the reason is, once I offer that to my clients, this option, they want in and out. So I got to time it. This time I timed it really badly. Usually I'd arrive here 15 minutes earlier. Now it's going to be close, but the food's going to be hot. They're going to get hot food.
Gas 66, 73, and 76, please.
There's the next plane taking off. Oh, that's Lufthansa. There's Lufthansa. The crane, Lufthansa's taking off. There we go, Lufthansa off to Germany. Where are you going? Frankfurt, Berlin, where are you going? There she goes, there goes Lufthansa. Listen to that power. Takes off. Oh, they loaded with the in and out, the good stuff, got all the good stuff. They got all the good stuff. And let's see, when's the next plane coming in? Dun, 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 dun. Pancho, July 25. California, no eating or drinking in my car. With you on that. I'm with you on that. Check out all these palm trees.
79, please.
79, I'm getting close, baby. 88 coming up. 88. In the sky, baby. Oh, see in the sky with diamonds. Ooh, see beautiful palm trees here. I don't see any planes. Where are the planes? Where are the planes? Where are the planes? Usually they come in from there. When's the next plane coming in? People doing weird shit over there. What are they doing? TikTok? Doing TikTok? Dancing, doing TikTok. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. The TikTokers. The TikTokers. It's windy, man. It's windy out here. Pretty cold. There's the airport. Looks like rain. Waiting for 88.
Guest number 78, please.
Streaming again. Chris B in the house. Esmeralda in the house. We're at In and
Guest
Out.
number 82, please.
82. We're getting closer. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. Getting close. We're getting close.
Guest number 80, please.
Waiting for 88, baby. Waiting for my ticket. Waiting for the ticket. All right, my friends, I wish you all well. I'm at In and Out getting clients food. That's how we roll. We get our clients food. Picking up a Celtics Boston Hall of Famer in a few minutes. I wish you well. Please be safe out there. Please be vigilant. 360 radar all the times. Much love and respect from California. I will see you in the next live feed. I appreciate you all, guys. Be safe.